So, I know that I am almost 3 weeks postpartum, but I hadn't unpacked. And it's quite embarrassing, but I hadn't unpacked. I was actually still kind of living out of my bags. So I technically had unpacked and then worn the clothes, washed them, put them back on top of the bag. So that is what I'm going to do after I get this little rascal changed, because he needs a nappy change. Vlogs ago, the one where I was changing the car seats around in the car, and you know, rearranging them so that we could put the capsule in, I had said about wanting to keep Jacob on the passenger side of the car because that's the safest side for him to be, especially if you know, if you parallel park or whatever, because it's away from the road, and you know, if you've got a runner. And then I had specifically said that Jacob was not a runner. I changed my mind. Jacob is a runner. So I'm on my way to pick up Ava from kindy and then Max from school, and we get out of the house. Jacob can walk down the couple of stairs himself, like that's fine. I opened the car door, and I told Jacob to jump in the car, and then I was just going to walk around to the other side. I had to go around the back because the bin's in the way. I walked around the back of the van to the other side so I could clip Stoney's capsule in. And so Jacob started climbing in the car, and then I walked past him behind the van over to the other side, opened the door, clipped the capsule in, and then I was just closing the door, and this bloody kid is at the end of our driveway. And by the time I ran over to him to go and grab him, he had already ran into the middle of the road. And Jesus Christ, my husband saw the whole thing because he was just at home and he was about to leave. But man, if we had lived on a busier road or just not at the very end of a cul-de-sac or anything, there could have been any car that was coming down there at 50 k's and they could have hit him very easily. You know, like, I didn't plan for him to run out on the road, and it's not like I had, okay, yeah, it was kind of my fault, like I had left him unsupervised, but in my defense, I wouldn't have left him unsupervised whatsoever if he wasn't like climbing into the van. Like, it just didn't cross my mind. I don't know whether it's just because I just am not the smartest, or whether it has something to do with the lack of sleep or anything like that, but I just didn't put two and two together that he could then climb back out of the van to take off. So now, I mean, obviously he's fine and there were no cars and everything is fine and everything is fine. Now when I go home and my husband gets home, I'm going to have to try and explain to him what exactly happened, because yeah, all he saw was a blimmin' almost 1.5-year-old take off into the middle of the road, and then me try and chase after him. But anyway, that was my excitement for the day, and it was too much excitement, and I am going to get Ava so that we can go and get Max so that we can go home, and hopefully everything goes, you know, easy, no stress, because I don't want to deal with the stress. And hopefully Jacob doesn't take off again, because we literally have to cross a road right now, and it's so much fun having to cross a road holding hands with an almost 18-month-old and pushing a little pram and everything like that. And yeah, and he doesn't like leaving kindy and he cries, and then this is day two. That's it. Like, I feel like I've bitten off way more than I can chew with the 4 kids thing, and I very much like, I'm one of those people that if people ask how I'm going or how things are, you know, I'm just like, it's great, it's going good. People ask how having 4 kids is, and I say it's just the same as having 3. It's no different. It's just, you're just adding another kid, you know, like that's, and in a lot of ways it's totally true. Like, you are just adding another kid. Your life is already busy. You already have to have a bigger vehicle. You're already going to have kids like at different stages. You know, like before Stone was born, I did have a kid at school, a kid at kindy, and a kid at home. And it's the same, like the dynamics haven't changed in that way. I still have a kid at school, I still have a kid at kindy, and I still have a kid at home, like just another kid at home as well. But, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it. I just, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I don't know, whether or not I say that things are going a lot easier than they really are. Look, I'm struggling a bit, but, you know, I'm sleep deprived. What else can I say? It's just part of it, right? So, anyway, I've got to go.